Santa. Have you been? No signs of diabetes yet, I hope. How's Blitzen doing? I heard Will Ferrell got him hooked on snowballs while filming Elf, and not the ones you throw around outside. 'Cause that would be a waste of good cocaine. Anyway, Santa, I just want to write to let you know that I've been an angel all year. I've liberated the oppressed and forgotten. I've learned good conflict resolution practices, and yesterday I even gave a homeless person my change. This is my year, Santa. The year I finally earned my pony. You know, the one I've asked you for every single year since I could hold a pen? If you could get that for me, that would be really swell. Think about it. Love, Brat Kat. Yay, it's Christmas! It's pony time! It's a little small. It must be a map to where the stable is for my pony. Oh, Horsez for the PS2. Maybe this is a test. Maybe Santa wants me to prove myself worthy of having a pony by beating this game. Challenge accepted, fat man! Horsez, everyone's favorite PS2 game. Published in 2006 by Phoenix Studio and Ubisoft, this game is about learning and taking care of a horse. Shocking, I know. First things first, we get to choose which horse pal we want. I think I'm gonna go with this one because he looks like a cow. Huh. This seems a little familiar, but I can't quite figure out why.
I'm gonna have to be on top. Let me get this straight. Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban to come after you.
So to summarize, our protagonist Jade has been accepted into a very exclusive equestrian school, but was late hitching a ride on the Hogwarts Express, so half-price Hagrid here has to bring her around the grounds. It comes to the duo's attention that a fire has broken out in one of the stables, and Haggy goes to find help. Jade, being visibly concerned, decides to run headfirst into a flaming building to save the horses. Did you hear that, girlies? Forget calling the fire department. Whenever you see a building on fire, just run straight into it. You're completely qualified to help whoever's inside, and you're in no way running straight into your own grave. Okay. Is this a kid's game or is this actually Silent Hill 5? Seriously, in this opening scene, Jade talks about hearing the voice of some invisible entity named Elsie's 4 times. This is never explained or brought up again in the game. You just have to accept the fact that Jade has an imaginary friend named Elsie's who talks to her and has insight on absolutely everything. Like a Navi character, but worse. Yes, that's possible. Introducing her in this way makes it seem like the writers had a huge plot point planned with this Elsie's character, but then dropped the idea. Then, being too lazy to figure out another way to deliver exposition, they just leave the character in unexplained. I mean, these are kids they're marketing to. They're fascinated with their own buggers. Who's gonna notice inconsistencies in storyline? Me. I have to be honest here. Laziness seems to be a running theme with these cutscenes. Let's start with the character animations. Movements are clunky and unlifelike. Facial expressions never change, and their mouths don't even move. Then we have the voice acting, which, while mediocre at best, is actually sped up for timing in certain cutscenes. Like audibly, noticeably sped up.
How's the horse doing?
Don't worry, the horse is fine and nobody was injured.
Oh, good.
What you did was amazing. You probably don't know it, but the horse you saved is the most stubborn stallion in the whole academy, but also the most gifted.
You couldn't possibly wait outside, could you?
Yes, of course.
Why was this necessary? Couldn't you give your actors time frames for their lines, or was that just too much work? And if that's not bad enough, some cutscenes end mid-sentence, like they ran out of money in their budget and couldn't finish animating the scene, or they just didn't give shit. Probably the second one.
Spike, that button turned my computer off.
No one forced you to believe me.
Okay, so things don't look very promising, but this is a video game. Who's here to watch cutscenes and pay attention to storyline? A lot of us. But you can't have a game without gameplay. And this definitely has that. Okay, so the way that this game works is that you have a weekly timetable that you need to fill up with classes and activities. You can do one activity per day, and you need to balance your activities out so that you pass all of your classes, maintain a high social standing with your peers, and keep your horse healthy and happy. Man, if university was this easy in real life, I'd be a doctor by now.
Is it serious, Doc?
I gotta tell you, Mr. Scott, it doesn't look good. There's a dark, sticky substance on the top of your left lung.
Am I gonna die?
No, wait, that's chocolate. Yeah, it's definitely chocolate.
I think it's time for me to go.
So we have 12 options in 3 categories to fill our timetable with. The categories are as follows: training, rest time horse, and rest time me. In the training section, we have cross country, show jumping, and dressage. Dressage is just DDR for horses. Cross country is press X to jump over fences in a field. And if you get tired of that crazy roller coaster of a game, you can play show jumping, better known as press X to jump over fences in a giant pen this time. What's even more pathetic is that I stopped playing this game for a few months because its gameplay was just too varied and creative for me to handle. And when I revisited the game, I completely forgot what button I needed to make my horse jump. After I brushed off that embarrassment, I checked the start menu because I thought surely there would be a control menu. Nope, not there. I actually had to Google what the one button was that I needed to work this sad excuse of a game. The rest time horse section is all about caring for your pretty pony pal. Walk is pretty self-explanatory. You take your horse out for a walk, and you take pictures to send to your family. Apparently. Some of the photo spots are really obscure and difficult to find, and I have no idea how this helps my horse rest up, so moving on! Horse care is all about stable care for your horse. Brushing him, picking up his poop, washing the blood of your enemies off his magnificent coat, you know, the usual stuff. There are no sound effects for any of these activities. The only way I could tell I was even actually playing the game was by watching that blue bar in the top left corner rise. I liked the part where I cleaned the gunk out of Horsey Dear's shoes. At least I got to use the joysticks instead of pressing the freaking X button. I may have gone so far as to call this section fun if they bothered to vary up the rotations even once. Yep, same combination. Every single time. Talk is about talking to your horse and figuring out what the hell he wants when he does this. Is it this? This is going really well. Why don't we just try the rest time me section? I could really use some me time. Library is all about reading. Exactly what I want in a video game. The dean dude tells us that once we've read all the books in one area, we have to come and see him in order to go to another part of the library. But that never happens. When you've read enough of the books, you are automatically brought to a new part of the library. There's no way to even see the dean. Just one of the many oversights in this game, I guess. Bedroom is just where we can go to change our outfit and online shop, because how can we have a girl game without shopping? Finally, we have restroom, which is aptly named because it is a crock of shit. This is where you come to talk to other classmates and fulfill your social requirements on your report card. I don't know how you can manage to screw up just talking to people, but this game has found a way. You can only talk twice during one visit to the room, either once to 2 different people or twice to 1 person. Everyone talks like their dialogue was taken from the blurb of a romance novel, and they never finish their stories. You get so sick of the lame excuses like, let's save this for another time. I've got a really dry throat. Whatever happened to normal college talk? I don't care that you killed your mother, stole her horse, and are now enrolled in the school just to hide from the police. I just want to know what teachers are banging each other and who has the best weed. That's pretty much it for gameplay, just rinse and repeat timetables. After each month, you do take part in a competition of sorts. It's the same gameplay, only now you're competing against incredibly incompetent NPCs, so difficulty's not an issue. Every now and then you will get a storyline related event. Someone will have a birthday or challenge you to a race. Whenever this happens, whatever you have planned on your schedule gets nullified and you can't adjust for it until the next week. Mildly annoying at best, but it's made even better by the fact that these are quite possibly the lowest points in the entire game. The birthday party section I played was so broken I thought Cedar and Amy Lee were gonna pop out of my TV screen. It's essentially a boring point and click with the worst sneak mechanics I've ever seen in a game. But nothing has got to be more infuriating than the race I had with this chick named Q. It's just a basic race, right? How hard can it be? Wrong! This race is exasperating. First of all, you have no indication of where you're supposed to be going. No landmarks, no markers, no visible trail guidelines for the race, which means that in order to even know where to go, on your first try, you just have to follow Kyo. Good luck keeping up with her though, because your horse is clumsier than Zooey Deschanel and will stumble on everything. Rocks, fences, the air. And when your horse stumbles, it is near impossible to set him back on course, let alone catch up to your opponent. Even if you can get past all that and you get in front of Q, if you're riding along the same path her sprite is supposed to be on, the game gives priority to her and bumps you out of the way, pushing you off the track and out of the lead. Ugh, I get it. Rich girls always win. Lesson learned. Look, I just can't play this game anymore. The gameplay is repetitive, the graphics are terrible, and the storyline doesn't make any sense. Maybe Santa was right not to get me a pony.
Merry Christmas, Brat Kat. Don't you want to open your present?
I can't even finish an outdated kids game. I don't deserve presents.
Okay, if that's how you feel.
Oh my god, you got me a pony!
Your present's out on the balcony. Why don't you go find out?
You said there was gonna be a pony. Where's the pony? I don't see a pony. I don't see anything. How'd you even make the sound?
Now this is what I call a Merry Christmas. Cheers.
Merriest of Christmases and happiest of holidays to you and yours. I just want to say thanks so much for watching. If you're new to Brat Kat, welcome. And if you've been following me and my team for a while, we want you to know that we really appreciate your support and your kind words. It means a lot. If you liked what you saw, please give us a little like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more Brat Catty goodness. Thanks so much. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Okay, I love you. Bye.